kwasiada we ene kwasiada bia medi ene yawo odame kodua ova yawo we mo akwaba
ye ni
apom ti sei
boko
bia boko ene so yeshia yaba de ni aba yaba ya adwuma wo fe
yawe
basi suspend offer ni na kwa din semone din semone ni ya no aba be pa acha wa
o ma kan
ofa na so ye da ho fo nyame e de acha yen am say last week we share ni ma bebre kwa afa democracy said e adi e soma wodo awu e de soma na akwa so mo wose na so mo ka enye so de afa ni ma mu ni chichi mu bebre ba bi edu na woto sene no wadaroma obesan de ato so amaye
yo ya edi kan ebetia arefu nyina
afa de so
na enwa sundown edi wura passover ama any ye free feast of unleavened bread.
Okay.
The tentin ni tiatia ne say na o twe dey ni mu aduane a yeast wo mu sepan no yeast wo mu ana say eburo aduane a ferment emori aduane no ya twe ho afiri ho na o twe de wo mu ni say samri wo mu yi enzo se ma bufuo be hye mu ni huhuru ni ekoye de yenye enti no sepano nso yeast enimu a si abona da ha nso no ni kakaka ni tintin nyina ni
na afon
sa na tie na se yeast wo mu na huhuru enzo nua na na mfama wo enti no se passover season do sa ni di passover no ewia eda etoso no ekoni na otwi mu no feast of unleavened bread.
Okay.
And also ne yafasha edikan
afini
fiti ase no.
Okay.
Afasha edikan no ni passover no. Passover ni tintin ni titi an say ye de kai emra oba de etin ni nsa bi yi Israel ma free Israel. So ama asase ye emra ne ma mesumo no. Nti aye ade bia afibia no eka afasha obo ade adi ma aye no.
Okay.
Nti enra sundown na no ba ya nti ade o. Enti me fa wakonya nso na machia African Hebrew Israelites baby bia omo bia ewo Hebrew kasem Kaksmiel modim lesemka
Kasmiel modim lesemka
dizania mudi brunya o Merry Christmas Hebrew ni bia atiase.
Okay.
Chia wo bia yema Passover season enshedin yentimi huru nyina e na so yenya de ase en me dia no asi no yaw na o twetwa mu no kan bibi say LGBT say United Nations omukra sustainable development goals no omde ma yen no e shem say Krobia or maybe a betia chivudia. Na say all inclusive. Moji LGBT for the too. Say no amadia that is obi no betia ye media. Dia kan na say akrefo no ne omo tie ye bi no nyina no. Na the radio United Nations ye dey na bamu. Enti na no. Me portion kakra odi amame no. Ese me babe mu ni United Nations yi.
Okay.
If they hu ni yi. Ya odami menu. Wa ya odami kodua. Oka aka news.
Ya
nominate na ye ba be to abamanu.
Abani omontu.
Se ko ba se United Nations hu news ba. Ya na mo kan se United Nations ya na mo
amansaku bata
hey no za se ni se amen na se o mo ma me no
se wi asiku ni nyina papa no
so ni de udra ha wo ba be ndini abon nsamrani nanim politicians me da Americana for the
okay
de nyina ye ni say United Nations say ya tu da we yeso ye be decide we no bia eno a whole discussion be sin kunya ni aka ɛnu ni hɔ a efiri mmerɛ a ɔsaagyefoɔ ɛde Ghana kɔ hyɛ United Nations mu a efiri saa abirɛ no besi nnɛ yagye United Nations adi a ɛm sɛ deɛ enim no yɛ nisuo ya ɛna ɛde asomdwie bɛba ɛna ɛde wei bɛba General Assembly do a ne ama ɔmampanyin biara akonya bɛyɛ 15 minutes ɛwɔ na abɛkɔ akɔgyina no waka okuro mu asɛm ne ne ɛkɛka ho mfoni bi wɔ ha ɔsaagyefoɔ sɛ na ɔde ɛkɔ mu saa bɛ wei mpo na Congo crisis na aba 61 ɛna ɔkɔ General Assembly no kɔkae yɛsii Fourth Republic mu no ɛyɛ me sɛ President Rawlings wakɔ aba
sɛ camera no bɛtumi a capture we yɛ ɛbrɛ a ɔsaagyefoɔ Dr. Kwame Nkrumah UN Assembly na ɔde na no di sɛ moto dwa ana deɛ ɔfɔm no so ɛyɛ Papa J ɔno so bɛyɛ ɔmampani na ɔnya akwanya kɔ bi no ɔno so de na no di sɛ ato dwa no akyi no yɛ Papa Kofoɔ Zoom ne nyina hɔ a na yɛmfa wei ɛmɛto so yɛ Papa Kofoɔ so ɛbɛdi adeɛ no wɔno so ɛkɔ bi ti ono ena wosoro no ana ye papa atano sa wanyan ba bi ko yesre so bo ade mfa ne kra nsi ma ye ono so ena wo efom no no so no ana okay JDM John Dramani Mahama ono so ne penso ono so ekobi okay ono so ne penso no okobi ona wosoro no ana Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo I don't friends Nana show boy Ghana papa a president ni atin dino Nana show boy ono so ne penso ono so akobi etofa
na October bia nso dura 24th October say saa da no na ye je charter no tu mo start there are among nyina ye wo mu krom ni say wo mu wo bibia friend say UN Day flag raising
yes
ya pejasi one no ya share e ho fa bi wo krobia ye ne de
yes
em say saa me ma we ya
okay am say flag na o kan no hwa Ghana flag ni ana UN de ne ya peja ne tenten e wo esoro ho no
so enti say we num na da bia wo hu dia wo say the United Nations e pa
okay
because aniso no niema ye mo bia hunu nti se na otwetwa mu yabani abeka se banking mu se esase age LGBT ho atu ansa na sustainable development no na achievement na tie awie pe ye dia na cheze bibi wo ho ese ehwe
okay
the United Nations no kwa den
sa esi wiase nyina ekubatan no
omo batan tie ye den ne bae
okay
hwan mu na kwotena ase ene omo de adwen no ba se esi etimi nya we se nyina bi
okay
na think tank group we America Council on Foreign Relations
okay
omo brainchild any United Nations
okay
na yaka o hanso da se UN ababa ye international body America for na di buy
okay
say na ebetimi aboa ma omatimi carry out one prophetic role because my role fi say America role ni say obehwa ma beast no a oye wounded no healing no obisa ba benya ni status
yes
it is America na eye dia say tu animu dia na say etimi di ewiase kuro bia enso beka ho
okay
yetimi achieve the person eye enu na tese e bae enti e bae no ababa yet say cooperation interdependence globalism internationalism if zanu na betimi aboa ama America etimi adi wiase anim ama yetimi apagya the beast ama wababa gira ne naso Trilateral Commission for one of the groups almost so the bomu na almost some of them can you me person okay page 3 hon
book no
trilateralism
okay page 3 yeah carefree I said the public and leaders of most countries continue to live in a mental universe which no longer exists. A world of separate nations and have great difficulties thinking in terms of global perspectives and interdependence. The liberal premise of a separation between the political and economic realm is absolute. Issues related to economics are at the heart of modern politics. Okay.
The person can say globalism, interdependence, and also internationalism, and only Butaya, United Nations.
Okay.
About Abikwemo. Send you, we are seeing now, you make me a kind of boom, now be back. Now, America family back. We are anymore, Mopa. Ubo Rockefeller.
Yes.
No, we are. United Nations ban 1945. 1952. I'm saying, I was a CB. East River, New York, in Jeronum. Yadi mamu adwuma pa mo ba be yenti mun si mo headquarters name we si no East River.
Okay.
Rockefeller for the donate.
Okay. No in so and also and is your ya share 10 sa and also no okay
so in drum she share no Rockefeller can send bebre say ewiase ye bo amusubo enema bi a ye kafa ne nkofo ho ne nabusuafo ho no eye nsem bi a eye hwanyan dodo.
Okay.
Dan so say omo ka say o ma dwen ni say e be ka wiase abom na e bi no mahindi a ene omo pachew no kre we deny I was a kind of you say, Yakwa Bekai and Yama will the Babu see her.
Okay.
Now my him.
Okay.
Yakwa, your meetings are here, the Biano. Your editors, newspaper, Kasaka, Sanko for near Dow Mercy. So I want to near my woman one pa.
Okay.
I may be a see and some more million. Now you're really Yassi, now by a barco. Send you being our world government. David Rockefeller and a kind. Trilateralism means one is Bino Brzezinski and a formula.
Okay.
You can be in the area, money one was said, one would donate assassin
at the mind.
Often see you and dine, and one will see 1952.
Wow.
East River, New York. Can you enough me after maintenance?
Okay, said here or channel Mikotiwaha. Also, some even believe we Rockefeller family are part of a secret cabal working against the best interest of the United States, characterizing my family and me as internationalists and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. One world, if you will. If that is the charge, I stand guilty and I am proud of it. David Rockefeller. We are grateful to the Washington Post, the New York Times, Time magazine, and other great publications whose directors have attended our meetings and respected their promises of discretion for almost 40 years. It would have been impossible for us to develop our plan for the world if we had been subject to the bright light of publicity during those years. But the work is now much more sophisticated and prepared to march towards a world government. The supernatural sovereignty of an intellectual elite and world bankers is usually preferable to the national autodetermination practiced in past centuries. David Rockefeller to Trilateral Commission in 1991.
Kennedy the end of the
okay.
No counter or no so sa speech no and my the bone to
okay.
Yes. Now what can we say about Kaya? Charter of United Nations. One more Jatumu, no more can say, no bad ye in the assembly.
Yes.
Into one bogui. And two babies are saying, not soon to me by and a touchy. United Nations, to me, a spiritual power of the two animal. A man and son, one with theosophical writings, and a touchy. Neighbor who send ya, saw theosophical teachings, you know. Eti mi aba be wuwa and programs ewiase yetu ho na mo ewo mu bebree Emmanuel Sano the odi kan friend Helena Petrovna Blavatsky or the founder of Theosophical Society.
Yes.
Owu no na oba British woman bi ono your friend Annie Besant ono so be take over.
Okay.
Ono so free na Alice A Bailey.
Mama no.
Obai. Na Alice Bailey mom
bra ya dam for no.
Ai, this wa. Obi eso so wa ni Alice Bailey. Na ono de wo be church ni ma pa. Enu na UN odi tu anamo.
Okay.
E wo wiase. Now ko UN headquarters ho no ma. Wo mo ba bia wo mo friend prayer room. I say meditation room.
Yes.
Na Alice Bailey, oni ni kuru Foster Bailey. Omo na 1920. Omo ti ekuro bi. Na friend Lucifer Publishing Company. Edu na omo ntro ni omo ni ema nyina na omo na publish da na di emenipa. Na 1922 omo say yan hwe ya nkofo backtrack yen ye kwa ye ja digital traces.
Yes.
In the answer said no Lucy's Trust. In 1922 the necessary be Lucy's Trust no. Eno abua ama UN enema bebrebe a omo embrace a wo dey no. Say Lucy's Trust na ye dey a wo be dey no ahunu ti no aka say bia enema boni bi eno omo ye. Na Lucy's Trust omo board membership no to electoral commission for wom, council on foreign relations for wom, Bilderberg society for wom. One more said any say some meditation room hormone woman na ehweso. Na that how much of come no secretary general no ba be kan adewe meditation room eniema ekoso and I say
na say you and na kwa tool bi a nipa binum use dey achieve aim.
Yeah, say in America no. And this one there. We are head of state. General Assembly time share 15 minutes. We go command to podium. Na waka there. Why am I ukuro? Na ukuro mu for no. Party ku a wo mu no. Supporters no. Why are there pa? Why are there? Na the party opposition no. Na ko e no timi go kai. Eniema bibiri e ko so. Eno an e dey ni. But deep down, Nunema a church, and business and yaw.
Okay, I said the United Nations Prayer Room. Professor Walter J. Vick, PhD, August 12, 2009. Summary, no. Learn about the history and symbols of the United Nations Mediation Room in New York. In the early 1950s,
how much hope?
Hammershot.
That Hammershot. No, Obinya Congo crisis. No, Obinya plane crash. Oh, Congo.
Okay.
Now we are almost the bar say you probu ni wuru. Almost him William Dodo.
Yes.
But maintain once in the
okay. In the early 1950s, Dag Hammarskjöld, Second Secretary General of the United Nations, was apart by the small room provided for prayer and meditation in the New York UN headquarters. He spearheaded a campaign supported by the multi-faith Friends of the United Nations meditation room group to revamp the room. Mr. Hammarskjöld personally planned and supervised in every detail the creation of the meditation room, which reopened in 1957. Journalist Pauline Frederick tells us that Hammarskjöld had a very close feeling about the spiritual, and he felt that it should be the center of the United Nations. What kind of spirituality did he have in mind? One God, many forms. In his note to visitors of the meditation room, Hammarskjöld said this, but the stone in the middle of the room has more to tell us. We may see it as an altar, empty, not because there is no God, not because it is an altar to an unknown God, but because it is dedicated to the God whom man worships under many names and in many forms.
It is your own. Empty. but they all hold.
The spirituality promoted in the United Nations meditation room is the same as